Hello, how you guys doing today? So yeah, today we doing story time, y'all. Was supposed to do story time, but I have a little boy that whenever this camera come on, he want to be the one that make the most noise. Like, honey, it's all about me and my story. Why are you trying to get up in the camera? Why are you trying to be seen? Like, it's my story. So yeah, y'all bear with me. Certain story don't come out because it be me and my son in here fighting for the camera. You hear him, right, in the background? He just know the camera is on, so he gonna be doing a bit too much. Like, this little boy don't got no nap time or something to do. Like, he trying to get all up in the camera, honey. Like, it ain't about you. It's about me. Okay? I'm the one telling the story. You can't even talk. So what you gonna say on camera? Bye bye, boo boo, bye bye. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Anywho, this story is gonna be about the time when I lived in Jamaica and I was living with my grandmother and my aunts and my uncle, and all of us was living in like one big yard. All right. So this story about when I was young, and I have a little friend in the neighborhood that I live like 3 houses down, and me and her I would always go to her house and play. Usually my older sister would be the one that would take me on a regular to her house. Then out of nowhere, my aunt, I'm gonna give her a name because, you gotta change people's name around. I don't even got no money, but, people will try to sue if they see you on YouTube. But yeah, I don't got it. Let's try to change her name around. Her name gonna be Pookie. Whenever they give too much trouble, you call them Pookie. Okay, that's what I call them because it remind me of Pookie and New Jack was doing way too much, y'all. But anyway, yeah, let's call her Pookie. Anywho, Aunty Pookie decided that out of nowhere, she just wanted to take me, and she was acting like my grandparents to always take me to my friend's house down the block. Anywho, one day, Aunty Pookie take me, we was playing around. Me and my homegirl was playing, having fun. We was playing hide and go seek. Anyway, while I was looking for a place to hide, y'all wouldn't believe who I seen. I seen Auntie Pookie kissing up my homegirl father. They was all kissing and hugging, hiding in between the wall and stuff. And when I seen that, remind you, when I was young, I was a snitch. I used to tell my grandmother everything. Listen, if you wanted me not to snitch, you got to give me what I want, and I might keep my mouth shut. Okay? That's the type of person I was when I was much younger. Anywho, when I seen Auntie Pookie and my homegirl father all kissing and all lovey-dovey and stuff, I said, ooh, I'm telling mama. And mama is what I call my grandma because I ain't really know my mom really growing up. I always looked at my grandmother since I was like a baby. So I call her mama. But anywho, when I see Auntie Pookie, I was like, ooh, I'm telling mama. So she was like, no, don't tell mom, don't tell mama. I would do anything, whatever you want from the store, I would give it to you. And I said, all right, as long as you give me what I want, I won't tell your business. Okay? So Auntie Pookie keeping her end of the bargain. So my mouth was shut. Anywho, weeks and weeks and weeks go by. One day, Auntie Pookie come home. She started knocking out my grandmother and my grandfather. So she was just acting all weird, acting all possessed. Like, her voice was changing, eyes rolling back, turning different colors and stuff. Was just acting weird, just knocking out my grandparents. Anywho, when my grandparents, look at her real good, they seemed like she wasn't herself. So back then, my grandfather, he had this big Bible in Jamaica. They call it the Maccabee Bible, and he had that in the house. Back then, my grandparents would tell me a story about like they was not allowed to have that Bible in their home. If they were allowed to have that Bible, if people know about they having that Bible in the home, that they could get arrested and bad things like bad consequences would happen to them. So because of that, it was a secret for people to have those Bible in their home. The reason why they have a problem and they didn't want certain people to have those Bible in their home because word on the curve that people was using those Bible to do witchcraft. Meaning that, like what I heard the story about, even my pastor out here talking about the same story. And they used to say that like back in the days, like people would buy furniture and they would not pay for the furniture. So what they would do, the furniture company would do would like take that Bible, work some voodoo, some witchcraft and all that shit. And afterwards they would have the furniture just set on fire or the furniture just moving out the house and nobody moving the furniture, and it would just be moving out. And there's a lot of bad things, witchcraft like things people do with that Bible. So because of that, in Jamaica they would ban it from people having that type of Bible. Anywho, while my aunt was possessed and she was beating up my grandparents, my grandfather, he picked up that same Bible, took it and slapped Auntie Pookie in the face with that Bible. When he ended up slapping Auntie Pookie with that Bible, Auntie Pookie fell back, passed out for like about 5-10 minutes. Afterwards, she started waking up with all type of spit just coming up her mouth. She throwing up. Come to find out, the word on the street in the neighborhood, because, my grandmother was one of them who didn't know people business, but she never mixed and mingled with people. But she did hear the little gossip. Come to find out, you remember that lady? You remember my homegirl that Auntie Pookie was kissing up with her father? Yeah, his baby mom, her mom, find out about it and put a little voodoo on my aunt. So because of that, she was possessed. And when she was possessed, a lot of people claim like, oh yeah, she was healed, but Auntie Pookie has been a trouble in everyone in the family life. Like she started a lot of trouble and a lot of mix up. But anyway, that lady put a little voodoo on her because she was messing around with the people and them husband. But ever since then, Auntie Pookie have not been the same. But yeah, that's story time right there.